everyone and welcome back to Ravenport. As you can see, I'm starting off today at the grain silo. I'm going to fill this trailer full of wheat as the chickens need a small top up of wheat so they don't run out before this main field in the farm is ready, where we're growing our barley, and that will be the supply of chicken food for hopefully the next game week or so. But yes, last time we were busy with our logathon, clearing a large line of trees up at the top of this field here, leaving another line or so of trees still to chop down and take to the sawmill. But we'll have to come to that another day, as today the rain has cleared, which means we are clear to harvest, and we will be harvesting the soybean that's growing in our newest and latest field, fields 20, 21 and 22. They're all merged together, as you can see, in the mature stage of ready for harvest, and it is indeed soybean. So yes, last time I did mention that time has come to buy a new harvester, so that's the first step of today's plan. We will be loading the old harvester onto a low loader, and the Magarus will be our low loader truck today. I need to go over to the service trailer and get the flatbed swapped out for the articulated hitch. So we'll do that right now. Okay, so that's the harvester, the two headers, and the header trailer sold. I think I've got about 30,000 for the rotating header and the header trailer, and then about 28,000 for the corn header just then, and then just shy of 100,000 for the harvester itself. So I'm going to buy the new harvester now, and it is one that I have chosen out already. It is the New Holland Evo, and it's the CR7 .90 Evo, 285,000. It's 487 horsepower, but I think that can be beefed up. And I've also researched the header that this one can take. It can take the largest New Holland header, which is really, really good. So, capacity settings. I think when I looked at this before, I was just going for the increased, which is the maximum of 14,500 litres in the hopper at the top. Didn't care for the support bars or for the cover, just wanted it to be open but extended. We are going to get used, of course, so we end up saving £57,000. I think we'll keep the windows clear. Oh, actually saying that, the dark windows do look pretty cool, so yeah, we'll go for dark colours. Rigid cutter or flexible cutter, I'm not actually sure what that means, so if anyone knows, let me know. I thought maybe it was to cut the chaff that sort of comes out the back, but not necessarily sure, so I think we'll keep it on its base settings, but yeah, if anyone could let me know what the rigid versus flexible cutter does, that would be great. GPS, we are going to get GPS just because I do use it sometimes when harvesting, and it might come in handy when we have some bigger fields. And then wheel setup, so we can get transport, twin wheels, which is pretty good. That might be quite wide for our low loader, but we can always upgrade the low loader if needed. And then what, 2 twin wheels, 2 crawler track. I don't like the crawler track, so I'm going to stick with I think I'm going to stick with the standard wheels. I think that suits it best in my opinion. And then the engine, so we are going to beef it up, I think, to 571 horsepower. That is the maximum. So we've obviously had some enhancements to it, which has added to the price. So 5,000 for the capacity, the windows, the GPS, and the engine. But we have saved by buying it used, so it's only, I think, £5,000 more than the initial price, which I'm pretty happy with. So going to go ahead and buy that. Great stuff. And whilst we're there, we will get the header. Cheers. This one here, the 3162 Draper, 45 foot. So yeah, 13.7 meters. It has a built-in trailer, which is really, really handy if you're just using the harvester to get around. Obviously, we have a low loader, so we're going to use that. But yes, quite expensive, 89,000. Of course, we will be buying it used, and we'll get it serviced up, so it's all good to go. But yeah, £71,200. We will buy that one. Cool. I haven't looked into corn headers yet. I'm assuming there's one here that suits the New Holland perfectly. It most likely is this one, CR10 and .90. So I will test that out off screen just to make sure it's good. But yeah, we will need to get a corn header because the plan is when we're going to do the sugar beet add-on, I'm going to be buying field 18 to not use as a field, but use as an area to put the placeables that are needed for the sugar beet processing. And field 18 currently has corn in it, and it's near the last growth stage. So yeah, we will need to harvest some corn out of that field to make use of it. Great. But here's our new harvester and trailer. As you can see, it needs some TLC, needs a service, it needs a clean to get it ready for harvesting the field. So I'm going to try and get it on the low loader. It might be a bit too big, but we'll see how we go. If it's too small, I'll see about getting a new low loader. But yes, we're going to get this back to the farm serviced, and then also I'm going to get all the equipment I need over to the large fields. That includes a tractor, probably the Class Axion, with the fast baler, because we're going to need to bale up the soybean straw that comes out the back of the harvester. And then I also might get the JCB with the bale trailer as well, so we can harvest, bale up and collect the bales all in one swoop. Hopefully that'll go to plan, he says. But yes, I will see you in a short while, hopefully at the soybean field ready for harvesting. Catch you in a little while. Okay, so I have brought the convoy of equipment that's needed for our harvesting today. I've got the Magarus with the grain trailer, which I'm going to park down here towards the road so the harvester can unload to it as it goes past. Okay, we'll leave it parked there. And we've got the fast track with the bale trailer, which will come in handy for picking up the bales. Just going to turn follow me off for a brief moment until I can get everything set up how it's needed. And then the Class Axiom with the fast baler. Great stuff. Cool, so we're going to detach the harvester. I have got the harvester serviced. I didn't fuel it up. Should have enough fuel to cover the needs of today. Yes, let's get this rather monstrous header attached, folded up, and also we will need to get the harvester itself unfolded so it's in harvesting ready mode. Great stuff. So I'm going to start on this top corner, just because this is the most awkward corner of the field. Get it lined up nicely. Not going to use any GPS or helper for this. I'm going to do it all myself as it's the new harvester. Got to do the inaugural journey. Well, we'll get that fired up and ready to go. I'll then get the class axe in with the fast baler lined up behind it. Looks as though the first bale is going to be grass, as it's got the 90% of grass from the last time. Right, turn it on, lower it, then set the follow me. Cool, so that's good to go. And then same for the JCB. Of course, we are auto loading the bales in this. So I will need to round bales, no stacking. You want to turn that on, and then I will need to set it with set it to the same distance, 60 meters, but we normally have a offset of 3 meters so it doesn't crash into the bales as we make them. Cool, well, so we'll see how that trail of follow me helpers works out. I hope it goes well, but yeah. We want the swath to be enabled. Disable straw swath, no, so it's enabled. That's great. Cool, so let's go and harvest our first part of the soybean. Such a good working width in this harvester. And here comes the class with the fast baler. First bale will be grass from the previous load, so it's probably going to wrap it. That's okay, because we've only got 2 silage bales. Probably need a few more. And yes, the helper on the fast baler seems to still be programmed to stop, even though the fast baler doesn't need to stop as it's processing the bales, wrapping them and dropping them off. It can do that whilst while moving. Ooh. Well, I can see that is working in the distance, even though the baling is going much slower than the harvesting. There's no speed cap set by the cruise control, that is just the working speed. The swaths from this harvester are very big, very wide, so guessing it slows the tractor right down because it's got lots to collect. But my plan is to do the headland. Probably only need to do one headland because the width of the header is pretty good. Okay, so I have harvested quite a lot of the field, probably about half, I'd say, by my best guess. Obviously, it's a bit hard to tell because of the harvesting from the outside in, but yeah, it looks to be about half the field. Got quite a full trailer hitched up to the Magarus, and yeah, the round bale trailer is 97% full, so we're going to have to go empty that before we start any more. Yeah, this is off, which is good. Cool. Whilst we've been harvesting, I've also noticed that some of the other fields need some attention, so we better go check on those as well. The sugar beet field just over there next to the farm shop is needing a weeding, so we'll have to get the herbicide spraying on that, and then also I think it will need fertilising, so my plan is to go get a helper to work on that. I was going to try and save the silage bale that's here, so if it doesn't go on the sell point, great. I'll just nudge these bales into the sell point. Try not to get the silage bale. There we go. Managed to get it. That's good. Cool. So, quick dash back to the farm. We'll drop the silage bale off, and then my plan is to get the sprayer out to spray the weeds on the sugar beet field, and then also it might be due for fertilising, as might the field in the main farm with our barley. So yeah, just going to have a quick break from harvesting to check on those few things, and we'll see. Oh, see, I missed some weeds with the sprayer on the edge there, but not to worry. I don't think that's going to cause us too much of a problem. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up those 2 bales. Have to drop them back off somewhere. Probably in here. Oh, actually, no, we can load these up as we wanted to sell them for a little while. They've been sat there, so yeah, we'll just load them up and get them sold when we collect up the rest of the soybean straw that is at the end of the field. Cool, so let's jump in the sprayer and see what we've got to do to the other fields. And there we are. We have harvested the entire field of the soybean. It has been a long job, so very pleased to be dropping the header of the harvester off. We will get it folded up, ready for transporting back to the farm shortly. Get the baler turned off and folded up. Still got a bit of soybean straw left in there for the next time. And then the JCB has 34 round bales of soybean straw. A couple of patches I've missed of the soybean straw. Should we get them? Yes, I guess it's not right if we don't get them back in the class. It looks like there's a bit on the field over there to the right, but when I get closer, I think that's going to disappear. It's a soybean straw mirage. That is now gone. Yeah, didn't need the JCB following us, as yeah, the spare straw that we picked up wasn't sufficient quality to get another bale out of it. Cool, so I'm going to hop in the JCB. We'll take our round soybean straw bales over to the barn, conveniently located just over the brow of the hill here near the biogas plant. And then we'll go back to Magarus with the grain trailer just to see how much soybean straw we ended up with. 23,000 on the bales, and I bet we got that or similar in the first batch as well. Cool. Oh yes, the JCB took down a road sign on its tracks. It's good fun. Cool, so we'll leave the JCB there, hop in the Magarus, and we'll see 94%. 45,000. 461 litres of soybean. That's fantastic. Soybean does not yield as high as other crops, like wheat or barley. So yeah, 45,000 litres out of that one field is pretty good. So I did have a quick look at the prices earlier, but I will look again. And soybean, the best price appears to be at the ranch. So I think final wrap up today is going to be a little trip over to the ranch with the Magarus, pulling the grain trailer, and yeah, we'll then be leaving it there. I hope the Magarus isn't going to run out of fuel. It's only got a bit of fuel left. So if I get stranded, that will be a problem. Yeah, hopefully it will last us the full trip. Let's go sell this soybean at the ranch. go. We did indeed run out of fuel, but the service truck came to our rescue with the JCB. It can hold nearly 2,000 litres of diesel, which is pretty impressive. And one nice catch is you have to start and stop the pump on it, which is pretty cool. So let's get the hazards off the Magris and get it to the ranch. I'm hoping the price hasn't changed since we've been messing about. Nope, it is still indeed the ranch. £1,907 is the best price. Been a long morning so far. Harvesting all the soybean. It has been a long old slog. But we've also benefited from weeding the sugar beet. And I'm thinking both the barley and the sugar beet will need fertilising in a later session. We'll use the solid fertiliser dispenser that's built into our sprayer. And then we will have the barley ready for the chickens and the sugar beet ready for trying the new sugar beet add-on, which of course converts sugar beet and lime, I believe it is, into sugar, which will be a cool process to try. And there we go, £86,696. I think that's probably my biggest yield price of a crop in this map so far, which is tremendous. Well, we're going to leave it there today. But yeah, we didn't get around to selling the eggs. I'm going to have to save that for another session. But we did sell the old harvester, bought our new harvester. Obviously found out that our low loader is not really up to the task with carrying our harvester to and from the fields. Luckily the harvester can drive itself because it's got a nice trailed header, and yeah, that works really well. We harvested the soybean while simultaneously collecting all the soybean straw and baling the straw, collecting it up and taking it to the barn. And yeah, we got another 26,000 per batch of bales there, so that worked out really well. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed watching. I've got lots of equipment scattered all over the map, so I'm going to have to get it all tidied up and then be ready for the game day afternoon, which will be the next session. Yeah, as always, thanks very much for your views. Any likes and subscribes are greatly appreciated. And yeah, just hope you've enjoyed watching. Up to 21 subscribers now, which is fantastic. So yeah, thanks. Big thank you to all those who have subscribed. And yeah, for anyone who's watched, liked. And if you've got anything you'd want me to try or do, then just leave me a comment. But I will catch you next time. See you then. Bye bye.